For this reason, as part of my solemn obligation to the American people, I will only use force when the time and circumstances demand it. And I know that Israeli leaders also know all too well the costs and consequences of war, even as they recognize their obligation to defend their country. But we all prefer to resolve this issue diplomatically. Having said that, Iran's leaders should have no doubt about the resolve of the United States. Just as they should not doubt Israel's sovereign right to make its own decisions about what is required to meet its security needs. I've said that when it comes to preventing Iran from obtaining a nuclear weapon, I will take no options off the table. And I mean what I said. That includes all elements of American power. A political effort aimed at isolating Iran, a diplomatic effort to sustain our coalition and ensure that the Iranian program is monitored, an economic effort that imposes crippling sanctions, and yes, a military effort to be prepared for any contingency. Iran's leaders should understand that I do not have a policy of containment. I have a policy to prevent Iran from obtaining a nuclear weapon. As I have made clear time and again during the course of my presidency, I will not hesitate to use force when it is necessary to defend the United States and its interests. Moving forward, I would ask that we all remember the weightiness of these issues. The stakes involved for Israel, for America, and for the world. Already there's too much loose talk of war. For the last few weeks, such talk has only benefited the Iranian government by driving up the price of oil, which they depend on to fund their nuclear program. For the sake of Israel's security, America's security, and the peace and security of the world, now is not the time for bluster. Now's the time to let our increased pressure sink in and to sustain the broad international coalition that we have built. Now's the time to heed the timeless advice from Teddy Roosevelt. Speak softly. Carry a big stick. As we do, rest assured that the Iranian government will know our resolve, that our coordination with Israel will continue. Now, these are challenging times. We've been through challenging times before. The United States and Israel have come through them together. Because of our cooperation, citizens in both our countries have benefited from the bonds that bring us together. I'm proud to be one of those people. In the past, I've shared in this forum just why those bonds are so personal for me. Stories of a great uncle who helped liberate Buchenwald, my memories of returning there with Elie Wiesel. Sharing books with President Perez, to sharing seders with my young staff, and a tradition that started on the campaign trail and continues in the White House. From the countless friends I know in this room, the concept of Tikkun Olam that has enriched and guided my life. I Harry Truman understood, Israel's story is one of hope. We may not agree on every single issue. No two nations do. And our democracies contain a vibrant diversity of views. But we agree on the big things, the things that matter. And together, we are working to build a better world. One where our people can live free from fear. One where peace is founded upon justice. One where our children can know a future that is more hopeful than the present. There is no shortage of speeches on the friendship between the United States and Israel. And I'm also mindful of the proverb, a man is judged by his deeds, not his words. So if you want to know where my heart lies, look no further than what I have done. To stand up for Israel, to secure both of our countries, and to see that the rough waters of our time lead to a peaceful and prosperous shore. Thank you very much, everybody. God bless you. God bless the people of Israel. God bless the United States of America.